what kind of production systems are out there, and by some examples. Okay? You know, it is easy to say that a production system produces something, and those target the production system produces are called product. In Korean, we call 제품. And as you know, there are numerous types of products. Ship is a type of a product, or some example of a product. Maybe this pen is a product. Maybe this desk is a product. Okay? Different production processes are originated because of the characteristic of product it produces. It's a kind of natural reasoning that the production process to make a desk is totally different from production process of building, right? Yep. So let's think about some examples. These 5 companies, I haven't got any permission to use their mark, but anyway. The first company name is Sharp ENG. It's an engineering company, and they produce machined part and assemblies. And they are their production processes only start when they get the order, specific order. Okay? So this kind of company is not well known to general customer because they do not use such kind of products at all. The second one is Bechtel. It's in Korea it is not that famous, but in United States it's a really famous company. It's more like Hyundai Construction Group or something like that. Their products are factories, chemical plants, power plants, and the like. Huge and very complex buildings are their products. Okay? Hyundai Automotive Company is the third company I picked as an example. Hyundai Motors. Their product is automobile, right? Mass market cars and trucks. And at the end of this sentence, I use this word, to stock. And here, to order. Can you see the difference? To stock is they are building or producing a product to fill in the, basically speaking, their storage. Okay? To order at the end means they begin in Korean 주문 생산. Okay? Okay, the fourth company is Samsung Electronics. Their product is really various. Electronic consumer products, TV monitor, projector, computers, microchips, all type of various mass-produced products are their outcomes. And ExxonMobil is an oil company, and their product is refined oil, like a gasoline, unleaded gasoline, or high performance gasoline, or and the like, or sometimes engine lubricant oil, something like that. It's a refined oil product to start. Okay. I think from the Hyundai automotive Hyundai Motors, Samsung Electronics, ExxonMobil are kind of well known to general public, right? But Bechtel or Sharp ENG, these companies are not well known to the public because they are not generally selling to the public, because their products are being ordered, right? But the third, fourth, and fifth company, Hyundai, Samsung, ExxonMobil, they are famous to general public because they sell their product to the general public, mass market product. Okay? Let's see the typical examples of their product. Yep. It's one example of their Sharp ENG's product. It's a very complex shaped submachine. I don't know how it is used, but the customer who ordered this product has very good idea what to use, and they ask them to specifically make this kind of product. So they machine each part, assembled it, make just one special this product for the customer who ordered this product, right? This is one typical example of Bechtel's product. It's a very large and complex factory. They are being built, right? This is the famous example of Hyundai Motors product. It's a Sonata sedan, right? It's one famous example of Samsung Electronics product, smart cell phone. Okay. Don't get confused. The Exxon's product is not this one. I mean, their product is the oil inside of this, right? Nozzles and pumps and everything. Okay. There are numerous types of products, and I can tell that this kind of different products requires different production processes. Okay. Let's talk about some characteristics that dictate production process type. First one is the number of units per product design. Okay? You know, production system, usually a company, manufacturing company, do the business, do the production because they want to make money, right? And in order to make more money, they are basically trying very hard to efficiently produce their product. Okay? So this is an observation, but keep that in mind. Why this kind of product characteristics are related, and what kind of correlations are there between this product characteristic and production processes. Okay. Let's see first, number of units from a single product design. Well, Sharp ENG, some special machined or assembled part to order. Well, they make just one unit out of one design, right? Because it's a made to order a product. A Vectel, factory, power plant, dams, chemical plant. Well, the number of product out of one design could be usually one, but could be several, a couple of them, if somebody ordered some sister plant or series of plants at the same time. Sometimes it is, it happens. For example, Korea has a couple of nuclear power plants, right? And they do not build one at a time. If they build two at a time or three at a time. And, you know, that's the same case with this Bechtel company. Okay, Hyundai Motors product. Sonata, for example. I'm not sure how many Sonatas are being sold, but about 1 million, I guess, worldwide. And for Samsung Electronics, the smartphone, well, I do not have the exact number, but just a rough estimation is about 30 million of them are being sold from one single product design. Exxon, well, it is not relevant to count the number of units because their product is refined oil. How can you count oils? Well, but I just put the billions in order to compare the amount with the other companies. Well, do you see any clear tendency between them? If the tables going down and down, the number of units per product design is rapidly increasing. Okay? Okay. The other thing is delivery time required to meet demand. Delivery time is not pizza delivery time or something like that. It's the time period that customer put the order and get the product. Okay? Well, for Sharp ENG and Bechtel, they are made to order products. So they need some time to build it. And they do not build their product until they receive an order from a customer. So their delivery time is relatively long. However, if you see the complexity of the product, you know, the Sharp ENG's some machined part, well, it's not that large and not that complex, so maybe 1 month or a couple of months is the usual delivery time for that company. Okay? It's actually the almost the same as design plus manufacturing time. For the Bechtel, since they are producing power plant and factories, well, they need a lot more of time because, you know, to build a power plant, you need at least a couple of years. It's also design plus manufacturing time. And what about the sonata? Do you have to wait until the sonata is being produced? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. If the agent has the exact model you want, you can purchase it at that moment if you have the money. But if there is a little variation such as option, I'd like the sunroof, or I like to have the side airbag or something like that. But if the agent search through the internet of their own network and if they cannot find the exact model you want, you have to wait the manufacturing time. But most of the time, around the vicinity of that agent, they used to easily locate the exact model you want. Same color, the exact color, exact option, and other thing. And they deliver it from other agent to this agent. And that's the relatively short time. So I just wrote it as a 10-minute or so, or maybe a 30-minute or so. For Samsung Electronics, well, first of all, there is not much of the option compared to Hyundai Motor Sonata product. There is a different type of design. For example, 16 gigabyte of iPhone versus 32 gigabyte of iPhone. White iPhone, black iPhone. That's all. And usually the agent or store has all those phones there, right? And it is just giving money and receiving the product, 10 seconds. Exxon, it is not easy to estimate the delivery time because it's a too large amount is included, and so I just put milliseconds there. And think of this delivery time as competitiveness in the business. 경쟁력. For example, do you want to buy a car from a company whose delivery time is a year? No, definitely no. But you will buy a factory whose delivery time is 2 years, right? Okay. Do you want to go to a gas station whose delivery time is 10 minutes? No, definitely no. Nobody wants to wait 10 minutes before you fuel your car, right? Oh, something like that. This delivery time is a very strong characteristic of your company's competitiveness, right? Same thing also holds here. And please keep that in mind. We are browsing all of these characteristics first, and then we are compare all of these characteristics of our own industry with respect to all of these companies later. Okay, another characteristic, expected revenue from a single product design. Revenue means the earned income. So how much money do you earn out of one single product design? Well, Sharp ENG, their product, well, I have no idea, but maybe they are like $20,000. It's a such kind of product. For a Bechtel, the cost of a power plant, well, it's this much. $1 billion or so. Okay, there are 9 zeros, so it's a billion, right? $1 billion, US dollars. $1 billion is almost equal to 1.2 or 1.2조 won, right? Okay, Hyundai Motors. It's not cost of it isn't the cost of one single Sonata. It's earned money out of one single Sonata design. NF Sonata, YF Sonata, something like that. I don't have an exact number, but I just guess 5 billion or so, right? For Samsung Electronics, for example, Omnia something, out of one design, well, I just guess $30 million or something. Exxon, out of one product design, even though it's all the oil, refined oil product, they have their own design, right? Specific design. That's why there are different brands of gas station and different brands of normal high, super high octane something product. Okay, it's my rough estimation. I don't have back data, but that's the kind of common sense. What do you see? Okay. Another one is number of parts and their degree of similarity between products. Sharp ENG, their specified machine, assembled machine part. The similarity between the part of this product and part of that product. How much similarity between them? Maybe very low, right? How about the Bechtel? The part required to construct a power plant and part required to build a B power plant. Because the location will be different, the power output requirement should be different, and all other things will be different. But some of them are just turbines, some of them are transformers, some of them are control panel. Those things are similar to each other, even though power plant is different, right? So I would like to say there are some degree of similarity between products. Hyundai Motors, some degree of similarity between products. Yeah, Hyundai Motors. How much similar between A Sonata, NF Sonata, and B NF Sonata? Almost same. There is a little variation. Color could be a different one. Options different, but except that everything is same. How about Samsung's smartphone? Also, very high degree of similarity between them. Exxon. It is not appropriate to compare degree of similarity between product. So A product sold in Alpha gas plant and A product sold in Beta gas station, they are just identical. There is no variation at all in this refined oil product. So I put identical here. Okay, another thing to consider is degree of product mobility. How much this final product can be moved. Sharp ENG's product, because the size or weight is not that large and not that heavy, you can move it with just single pickup truck, right? So it has high mobility. How about Bechtel's power plant? You cannot move it, so not movable. Hyundai Motor, Sonata, it is very easy to move. You can even drive it, right? How about Samsung Electronics? Well, high mobility, right? You can pack several things at the same box and you can send it to wherever you want. Exxon, same thing. There is a tanker lorry and you can deliver it to each of the gas stations. Okay, another thing to consider. Number of parts or intermediate product. Intermediate product means product, the opposite meaning of the final product. So intermediate product are equivalent to part, okay? Or raw material, okay? You need this intermediate product to make a final product. Okay, let's think about the number of parts per unit. Well, Sharp ENG's product, 5 or 10s of them will be enough. But for about power plant, you may need millions of them. For automobile, well, several thousand of parts will be required. About cellular phone, the number would be 50 or 100 or something like that. For the ExxonMobil's refined oil product, well, you cannot count the number of parts. Okay. Next thing, degree of intermediate product similarity. How much part you can interchange with each other. How much similar this part inside of a single unit or between the different units. Okay? For Sharp ENG, almost every part is machined to order, so the similarity is really, really low. For the Bechtel, you can use exactly same part from to A power plant and B power plant, but not everything. So it has moderate level of intermediate product similarity. How about Hyundai Motor Company? There is not so much of the similarity inside of a single Sonata, but between Sonata, they are using identical part, right? Many identical part. How about cellular phone? Similar, many identical. And it is not appropriate, not applicable to refined oil product. Okay, so there are many approaches to categorize the characteristic of production system, and this is one of them. How the intermediate product flow to final product. Well, Sharp ENG, we call it job system. Bechtel, construction. Hyundai Motors, complex product mass production system. Samsung Electronics, simple product mass production system. Exxon, continuous flow production system. And you will see why these are named like this. Okay. Can you see the arrows? There are blue color arrows between these white circles. This white circle means workstation. So, for example, this is some example of the job shop. This Sharp ENG has some kind of workstation like a drilling machine station, milling machine, surface preparation, and something like that. So depending on the product they are to produce, they follow the workstation as they want. Okay? For some product they produce, they first can visit the cutting station first, and then drilling station, and then milling station, and assembly station, and painting station. But for another product they produce, they first can go to the painting first, and then drilling. So this order can all mixed together, and there is absolutely not possible to systemize this one because every product is different from each other. But they share some range of common workstation. That is the definition of the job shop system. This job shop system can be easily understood if you go to a very small sized machine shop, which used to be abundant in old time 청계천. Okay? Have you ever been to 청계천 or 기계상가 or 구로동 기계상가, 공구상가, something like that? Their job shop. All the complex is a huge job shop because each store are just specified by one workstation. Some are just cutting store, some are just drilling store, and some are milling store or something like that. They specialize in their own processes. But have you ever heard some joke like that? In old time, 청계천, they could produce an atomic bomb by themselves? No? 청계천 공구상가에서 원자폭탄도 만들 수 있다. That is partly true because there are hundreds of these small shops, small 가게, and some store are specialized in precision machining, some store precision, assembly, some controller. So all the workstations are out there. All they need is the right drawings and right flow of the material. Okay? That's the job shop system. Okay. Can you tell that any other example of a job shop system you experienced? Bicycle shop?
If the consumer order about the kind of material and the main body and other things, then shop owner makes the bicycle about the things consumer request about the kind of bicycle.
Yeah, right. Anyone? Any job shop? Any job shop in shipyard? There are many shops out there, and I guess some of the curved plate shop works like a job shop. Each workstation is the skilled worker. Okay? Okay. This is a characteristic of construction manufacturing system. The choice of color is not good, but all these intermediate products are assembled to one final thing. And the characteristic of this construction is this tree structure is not deep, it's more wide. Okay? Because you think of construction, for example, they requires really many number of parts being assembled together. But almost every part is just being purchased. You are not making cement at the construction site. They purchased it and mixed it with water and sand and the 3 depth, right? You just purchase the brick. You just purchase this equipment from somewhere else. You do not produce it. So you just insert it, right? Kind of construction. Okay. I am following the steps from the table. And this is for complex product mass production. Sonata. Okay? Hyundai Automotive Company. Nowadays, they are building a car. And have you ever heard about platform sharing of a car? Well, developing a chassis is really costing a lot of money and time. So they are trying to share. So, for example, I'm not sure this is true or not. There is a sister company, Kia and Hyundai, and the chassis of the Santa Fe of Hyundai is exactly the same as the chassis of Sorento in Kia. The outside shell is different, option and minor thing is different, but main frame, engines, suspension, tire, all the essential mechanical part, which we will call platform, is shared, right? In United States, Toyota shares frames between Toyota Corolla and Toyota RAV4, and Honda Automotive Company shares Honda Civic's platform with Honda CR-V. One thing is a sedan, one thing is a small size SUV, but they share as much as possible to reduce the money. And that's the characteristic of this complex product mass production system. They have a different, but this final product number of product is reduced by several, but their intermediate product or some of the parts are used to many. For example, I'm not sure, is Santa Fe's engine same as Sonata engine? I don't know, but that could be possible, right? An engine is a very important intermediate product in automotive company. So they can use, if this first is engine, then this engine is not just only for the Sonata. It could be, any other models, right? So the characteristic of this complex product mass production system, there are few final product, and they are first or second level intermediate product are interchanged between them, but they have a decent depth and they have decent width among these three. Question? Okay. This is the characteristic of a simple product mass production system. Initial stages, it is almost identical, but at the final, the variation becomes abundant at the same time. Okay? Cellular phone is the example. Well, I heard that some smartphone, they provide to KT, SKT, LG. There are carriers, telephone company carriers. They provide carrier-specific phone, but almost the same internally. The design, color, some minor options will be different. So that happens here. So Galaxy S or Galaxy K or all are just variable product out of these three. So at the top level, there are numerous different but very similar products, but their core part, like a battery or antenna and keypad or something like that, are just identical. That's the characteristic of this simple product mass production system. Okay, this is the characteristic of what? ExxonMobil's product. Continuous production system. Am I right? Continuous flow production. Think of a refinery. There is a one single raw product, raw material, crude oil. And if you do some process, it is divided into, something. And if you do more, it is also divided more and more and more and more. And out of one single raw material, you can make different final product. Some could be asphalt, some could be gasoline with octane value of something, some could be engine oil or lubricant oil or something like that. Okay, that's the characteristic of continuous flow manufacturing system. Okay, another thing. Nowadays, we want to automate the manufacturing. So nowadays, in older times, many of them are usually done by manual workers, but nowadays, the Sharp ENG, even though it is nowadays, their automation level is very low. Bechtel, very low. Hyundai Motors, high. Samsung, very high. Exxon, extremely high. Can you tell why this is? Why Sharp ENG cannot automate?
Because it is the first by customer.
Yeah.
This is the demand by customer and customer.
Yes, exactly true. There is no need to automate because you're just producing one unique product. Why automate? You can just make it. If you do the same thing again and again and again, like automobile or cellular phone, then there is a merit to automate something. Okay? For Bechtel, that is also true. So that's the automation is low. So labor-intensive production, but labor-intensive does not mean that this is low-tech or something. Nuclear power plant. Can you tell this is low tech? I don't think so. It's a very high tech product, but it is still labor intensive and low automation manufacturing system. Okay? Automobile company, high. But if you look into the parenthesis, disconnected assembly lines, and cellular phone, connected assembly lines. It means in automobile to make a car, you need a lots of part vendor. In old days, in United States, like Ford, Mr. Ford built his own Ford Motor Company and first factory. The input of the factory is the iron ore, 철광석, and output was the car. But nowadays, nobody is doing that because it's not efficient. So they purchase many parts as much possible. So they purchase tire from other company. They purchase light bulb from other company. And they purchase some of them part from other company. But this part requires their own assembly. Okay? Tire, for example, it is not just a single rubber. It has many wires and some special part in it, and it requires lots of assembly as well. But once it is some intermediate part is assembled, it is transported to the final assembly plant. So this assembly line is disconnected usually. Okay? But for the cell phone, they do not do like that. Almost they try to integrate everything from the start to the end. Okay? For the Exxon, it's a continuous flow production system. So input is crude oil and the output is the refined oil product, and there is no stopping at all. So sometimes we hear some bad news from a newspaper that electronic outage happens unexpectedly around Ulsan area, and some chemical plant shut down about 4 hours or something, and this damages something, and the cost of this power outage is millions of dollars. It is because of their characteristic. This continuous flow line of the chemical plant cannot stop. Okay? If it stops, it should be disaster. Okay? So, degree of production automation. Everything is automated. Almost everything. Intermediate product flows to the final product, and I just summarized briefly the characteristic of this each production systems. Well, I talked about the job shop, and it has small lots, high variety of routings. Usually there is a machine. For example, let's say this is a drilling machine. Lots. In Korean, we call this is lot, and every part are supposed to have a lot 번호. It's a lot number. It's a how can I explain? It's a batch. So it's a small size. So let's say this is a serial workstation, and let's say you're producing a bolt. So let's say this is a drilling stages, and in this one you add thread inside of this hole. Okay, let's say this is a 2-stage production system. You don't usually punch a hole over one bolt and bring it to the next workstation to the thread cutting, right? there should be some containers, and you do lots of hole drilling again, and you pass it to the next workstation. Those container is called lot or bin. Okay, and each lot has its own number. So if you can identify the parts lot number, and you know the quality, production quality are heavily dependent of this lot number, because each lot are produced with same process by same time or by same person usually. So lot number is the key when you finding out what's wrong in your final product. Okay, so in job shop, small lots and high variety of routing. This is routing. Once this is done, this part should go to there. That's routing. Sometimes this kind of split routing could happen, or this kind of merging routing could happen if this is assembly, right? Okay, jumbled flow. This flow is mixed with each other. So in a job shop, do I have a next slide? Okay, job shop. Let's say this is your shop. Milling machine, cutting machine, some machines are located like that. So for some product, the routing could be like that. But another different product, the routing could be like that. So all jumbled flow lines. Okay. Setups are common. Setup is setting up the part to the machine. For example, if you're drilling a hole like this, you have to put the exact size of a drill bit, right? To bore about 10 millimeters of the hole, you have to put 10 millimeter worth of drilling bits. But in the job shop system, every part flowing in is different to each other. So sometimes you have to drill a 10 millimeter hole, and then 12 millimeter hole, and then 14 millimeter bore, and the like. So in every time you have to change that drilling bit, because this part is different from each other. That means setup. You have to set up the machine before the actual process. That's the setup time. So manufacturing time usually consists of setup time and actual process time. Okay. Project work, because every part is different from each final product is different from each other. Everything is its own project. You cannot follow the common manual or something, because there is no such kind of thing. Okay. Disconnected flow line means product batches. For example, have you ever seen a truck delivering a lot of automobile door panel to an automotive factory? They have their own special casing to put this door panel, and they deliver it to the final automotive company. Okay, that means product batches, and individual stations are not connected by paste material handling system. Okay, paste material handling system means conveyor belt. If the conveyor belt flows, every workstation working with this conveyor system should be synced with the speed of the conveyor system. If your speed is faster than conveyor belt or slower than conveyor belt, then problem will occur. So unphased. So it's we call it disconnected. If the factory is different, Of course, this is disconnected. And because this is disconnected, there are lots of inventories between these workstations. Connected flow line. The characteristic of this connected flow line is in what we call conveyor belt. If you go to the cell phone factory, you will see conveyor belt flowing down through the mainstream of the factory. Moving assembly line is another name, and rigid routing connected by paste material handling system. Rigid routing means routing does not change at all. Simple fixed routing. Since this routing is rigid, we can put a conveyor belt. If the routing constantly changing like that, you cannot install conveyor belt. Okay? Okay, continuous flow processes. Chemical, oil, food, and automatically flow down a fixed routing, high efficiency, and it's for uniform production. Okay? This is a very famous chart. On these headers, it's a product structure or product life cycle stages. So, low volume, low standardization, one-of-a-kind product is at this end, and high volume, high standardization, commodity product. Commodity product is like toilet paper and something like that. You use it up very easily, and you need a lot of them. Same things again and again. And between them, multiple product, low volume, fewer major product, higher volume. So at this right end, volume increases. Production volume increases, and at this end, the uniqueness of the part increases. So at this end, high volume, same thing. This one, low volume, totally different, unique thing. Okay? This one is vertical is representing process structure, process life cycle stages. So jumbled flow, job shop, disconnected line flow, batch, usually worked for the automobile company, connected line flow, assembly line of automobile and sometimes electronics, and continuous flow, oil maker. Okay? We've talked about the characteristic of this thing. Okay? So, which means for one type of product, this one is appropriate. So low volume, low standardization, one of a kind product. One of the example is commercial printer. This example is not relevant nowadays because the data is from 1979, almost 30 years ago. But anyway, commercial printer is usually at that time produced by job shop system. Multiple product, low volume. Like one example is heavy equipment, excavator, bulldozer, and cranes and the like is produced by this disconnected batch flow line. Fewer major product, higher volume, like automobile, connected flow line. High volume, high standardization, commodity product. Sugar, continuous flow line. The reason they put this band is that this one is not exactly belongs to that point. Because the products are different from one another, this heavy equipment could be located in this area. commercial printer in this area, auto in this area, sugar in this area. But at this two end, it says void, which means high volume, high standardization commodity products such as sugar, water, and other things are no way to be produced by the job shop. It's impossible. Same thing. Low volume, low standardization, one of a kind cannot be produced by continuous flow. But other than that, everything are overlapped somewhere here and there, and there is no direct cut to separate them. It is very important to understand this chart. Okay? Any question about this chart? Okay. Okay, then let's think about one of the famous ocean system product, a ship. We talked about many aspects of a product characteristic, number of units for a single product design, delivery time, expected revenue, and degree of similarity between product. For the ship has many variety, but for the commercial ship, such as a tanker, container carrier, bulk carrier, and the like, number of units from a single product design is usually one or several. And if the shipyard get order, series ship order, then that's very good for them because they are making same thing out of one design. But that's not common. Delivery time required to meet demand. Because it's a build-to-order product, they need manufacturing time. And it depends on the type of ship, and it usually takes about 1 or 2 years. Okay? And expected revenue is also 20 million to 1 billion based on the type of the ship. I think the 1 billion is about cruise ship is at this end. The cheaper type of ship like a tanker and bulk carrier is around this 20 million. Degree of similarity between product, moderately high. Yeah. Degree of product mobility, because it's a ship, you can navigate wherever you are, wherever you want in the world. Number of parts of intermediate product per ship is about 1 million. It also depends on the type of a ship. Degree of intermediate product similarity, both between and within product, there are many similar and few identical parts. That's the key point here. Okay, question number 1. What should a commercial ship production system be like in terms of intermediate product flow and level of automation? So that's my question, and you guys are supposed to answer. Out of this job shop, discontinued assembly line, continued assembly line, and continuous flow, how our shipbuilding system fits in? That's my question. And another, if I ask the same question in different form, how would a ship production system compare to the system discussed so far?
Ship production system is similar to
Plant system?
Yes, because ship is also produced about the consumer order, and the ship production is completed the long term to complete the ship big size of project.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. And what? Okay, that's a very good observation. And can you tell the difference between construction process and ship production? Major differences. Anyone? It's a really similar.
Right.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, in my opinion, there are two things different.
Uh-huh.
First thing is the mobilization,
Mobility of product. Yes, yes, true.
of the final product, and second is the processing of the produced intermediate product before the shipyard. They can produce lots of intermediate product
Mm-hmm.
with same time.
Yep.
But in for the plant, they have to build step by step, so it will be very
Yep.
longer.
That's correct. Yep. That's our TA. Yeah. Very similar to construction. If you remember the ship production processes, I introduced that from the steel stockyard, surface preparation, cutting, marking, all the fabrication, sub-assembly, assembly, block erection, pre-outfitting, launching, another outfitting, and the like. At the later part, it's the reason why we call shipbuilding instead of ship making. Okay? Building, it's a construction process. Okay? Putting blocks together and do the outfitting a lot of time is exactly same characteristic of construction of a building. So that's why we call shipbuilding. Okay? And that's why the name of the field is naval architecture. Architecture is, all about the building, right? Okay. For the time limitation, I will end today's lecture here, but, I have plenty of more slides left and 2 more questions to ask to you. So let's continue on next Monday's class, and I will hurry up to catch up our schedule. Thank you.